YouTube, check it out, man. I'm back. I would have been back earlier, but we had some technical issues with Elgato, but all that don't matter. Um, it's draft night. The Hornets got the fourth pick. I wish we had the first, but it is what it is. They saying we're gonna get VJ. They saying Ace Bailey don't want to hoop LaMelo. We can go after uh I don't know. There's this white kid that I forgot his name, bro. It's not Cooper. It's somebody else. They say we can go after him. They saying the Hornets going to trade back. If it's me, let's trade back, bro. Let's trade back. Get some assets. Hey, send the Lakers our sixth pick. We go get Dalton Connect back and give us Cam too. Give us Cam Reddish. That's all good too. But we got a video of what's the perfect offseason for the Hornets. I want to see it because, you know, I'm a diehard fan. Got LaMelo jersey on. LaMelo going to stay for the rest of his career. RTB.
What if I told you the Hornets, yes, the 19-win Charlotte Hornets could make the NBA playoffs next year? And
it ain't no can make the playoffs next year. We will make the playoffs next year. Because I went over this before. We would have made the playoffs last year, but we had so many injuries. Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, LaMelo, Miles, Grant Williams, Mark Williams. No. We couldn't stay healthy at all.
no, I'm not being a delusional Hornets fan because they're...
Bro, why people... Who came up with that delusional Hornets fan term, bro? Who came up with that?
Is a way. You just don't understand. Our core four of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Mark Williams have played a total of like 10 games
Exactly.
over the last 4 years.
Exactly.
If they're just healthy for once. We bring back Trey Mann. He's going to be on a very team-friendly deal. We're going to love that contract. Go out, draft VJ Edgecombe.
That's what I was talking about.
Pick
But
to add to this young core, and then bring in like an Nikhil Alexander-Walker in free agency because you have plenty of caps.
We got plenty of cap. Nikhil. Yeah, Nikhil a hooper, but we gotta get rid of Josh. If we do that, we gotta get rid of Josh Green. Josh Green got a contract on him too, but
base, you've got like $40 million above the first apron. And if you can come out of the offseason with a roster looking something like this adding Nikhil Alexander-Walker to the core four like we just talked about, keeping those guys together and trying to keep
this
them.
bench mob right here is crazy. T-John is gonna get better day by day, bro. Moose is a sleeper, bro. This kid can go up with any big, bro. And Grant Williams, bro. I can keep going on my team all day, all
and
night,
then
bro. I love
bringing
this
in
team.
VJ Edgecombe and your bench looking like that, getting Grant Williams
That
and Trey
team will
Mann
be
back.
crazy.
You could be a fringe playoff team and at
Exactly.
least competitive again, which is really all us Charlotte Hornets fans want. We still have LaMelo Ball, who is 24 years old, or he will be next season. He's coming off of a year where he averaged 25 points, 7.4 rebounds,
Dip.
5
Love that
assists,
boy.
1.2 steals, and was
that boy.
averaging 30 a game
was
for the first
hooping.
month and a half of the season. But the efficiency, that's
Oh, wait, I wasn't
horrific.
at that game.
was the big issue last year, and some of his shot selection has to be fixed.
Yeah,
But remember,
Melo's
he
shot
did
selection
drop
is kinda
50
crazy,
on
but
Milwaukee with 10 assists and 5
he
rebounds.
hooping.
Did take a bunch of shots to get to 50, but still, he is the main guy on this team. He was almost 50% from the field as well. He signed until 2029, so we have to
Exactly.
build
We got
around him
12 more years
and
with LaMelo
hope he can
Dip.
stay healthy. These guys have played 5 games together. This is
Hold on.
around him, and hope he can
This
stay healthy.
core is crazy good. I seen the wait. Have I seen this core play again? No, because Mark wasn't playing when I went to the games. But Melo, Brandon Miller, and Miles, they all hoop together, bro. It's so amazing.
These guys have played 5 games
They
together.
are-
This was once seen as one of the
I just
better
love
young cores in the league. So I'm
it
asking
is the
Jeff
better
Patterson,
young
please
core.
don't
Besides the
trade
OKC.
everybody.
OKC.
Right? Let's keep this core together. Keep them growing.
Exactly.
Bring back Grant and Trey Mann. You have
Yep.
plenty of money to work
Yep.
with. You're $3 million under the soft cap. You're $44 million under the first apron and $56 million under the second apron. There is all
Yes.
kinds of
Do
room
it.
to make moves. You also have the
Fourth
fourth
pick.
pick in the draft. You could be having a big-time sophomore season from the number 6 pick in last year's draft if you made the correct pick, but you took Tijan so long.
I don't know why they took T-John,
That's another
bro.
story for another day. VJ Edgecombe.
I love T-John, but I don't know why we took T-John. I don't. I really don't.
That's who I want at number 4. 6'5" with a
I would
6'7"
like VJ too,
wingspan and can jump out of the gym. You add him to LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and this young core, and it'll look really, really solid. He averaged 15 last year at Baylor with 5.6 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and 2.1 steals. Shot 44% from the field and 34% from three. But this is what gets a lot of people fired up, is his defense and his athleticism. Imagine him paired with Miles Bridges in Airbnb. Man, that would be something special. A lot of highlights.
I already picture it. VJ come off a steal. Nigga, LaMelo at half. He throwing LaMelo. Miles already running in. Miles, whoo. Airbnb, baby.
Be coming out of Charlotte. But keep in mind, from January 7th to February 8th, this was the stat line that he put up for about a full month. Shooting 49% from the field and 49% from three. He's a streaky shooter, but when he gets hot, he gets hot. His form's a little weird, though. I mean, look at the rotation on this thing. This thing is rotating sideways, which is a little bit of an issue, but hey, if it works, it works. Con Knippen is a guy that is actually gaining some momentum to Charlotte at number 4.
This is what I was talking about, Colin.
So I thought, man, wouldn't this be the typical Hornets pick? But hey, Con, he averaged 14.4 points per game last year at Duke, 4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and a steal, while shooting 48% from the field and 41% from three on 5.6 attempts. And he fits seamlessly next to Cooper Flagg. He's a guy that can be out there and can make an impact without having to have the ball. He's 6'6" with a 6'6" wingspan. Big frame, not the most athletic guy in the world, but his defensive IQ is high enough that allows him to be a solid defender. And man, he can absolutely catch and shoot. In my opinion, though, the pick at 4 still has to be VJ Edgecombe. I swear if they go out and pick like Kaman Malawach, there will be a generational crash out on the live stream for the draft. With that being said, let's get back to the rest of the roster. Brandon Miller, year 3 Brandon, I'm hoping for some big time things. He just put up 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and a steal in 34 minutes a night. The efficiency was a question mark, as it is with literally every player on our roster other than maybe Trey Mann. 40% shooting from the field, 36% from 3 on 11 attempts. If you're taking 11 attempts per game from 3, you got to be shooting like 40%.
Yeah,
he only played 27 games, but he will be 23 years old next year, so he's still very young. He's pretty much the only untouchable piece to this roster. I mean, a 6'8", 6'9" slasher that can also really score the ball. Perfect to have. Another guy that I
think about Brandon Miller, he got 2 more years with us too, because last year was his sophomore season. His sophomore season was good. This junior season, he gonna really turn it up. I already know it, bro. I'm about to get season tickets to Hornets games at this point.
So he's gonna play out the rest of his contract here for sure. He's not moving anywhere.
My boy
Miles
RTB.
Bridges, knock on wood, 20.3 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.4 stocks. 43% shooting from the field, 31% from three. So that's not.
Man, the game I went to, bro, it was against the Bucks. This man, Miles was in the corner. LaMelo dished it. Said, matter of fact, let's see if I can find a clip real quick. I'll be right back. All right, can't find it. It wasn't a game when there was a clutch 3, but I can't find where he actually shot it because it's gonna take me a minute to go back and find it. But just picture Miles in the corner. He was in the left corner right here where Brandon Miller's standing at. LaMelo dished it. Poof. Miles. Well, he shoots with his left hand. Went in there. Man, the crowd was turned
whatsoever. But I do like the dynamic that Miles brings. Of course, he is on a very favorable contract. We just talked about that.
Miles is on a good contract.
That's kind of a steal for Miles over the next 2 years. But getting a guy that can score on the interior and occasionally knock down the 3.
Yep.
You have LaMelo, you have Brandon Miller. If you're bringing VJ Edgecombe, you got guys that can score from the perimeter. So you need guys that are interior threats like Miles Bridges, like Mark Williams, who will be just 24 years old next year. He's still very young, coming off of a season where he averaged 15.2 points, 10 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. Blocks, excuse me. He shot 60% from the field.
Mark got to stay healthy, bro. Mark just can't stay healthy. If Mark can stay healthy for at least 60 games, bro, we'll be in a good set. But we just got to keep Mark healthy.
And he shot 81% from the line, showing that he can shoot the ball
Mark's
a little bit.
Real hooper.
I don't understand what the obsession is with trying to trade Mark Williams. Okay, maybe he doesn't give the best effort on the.
I'll tell you the obsession with trying to trade Mark. Mark wasn't healthy, but we tried to bless the Lakers, bro. We tried to give the Lakers one. We said, hey, here, y'all have Mark Williams. He a real hooper. We really trying to rebuild. At this point, just give a Dalton Connect and Cam Reddish. Nothing else. Mark go over to LA. They say he failed his fitness. This man Mark was healthy. He came back like a week later and start hooping. I mean, not failed his fitness, but failed his you know what I'm trying to say, his physical. But Mark was healthy. The Lakers said, I don't want to win. I don't want to win. Okay.
Defense. But hey, we were 13-50.
This
Who
boy
cares? Versus Memphis last year, he had 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, kind of showcasing that he can be a franchise center in this league. And all the signs are there. If we trade, I don't understand why we would trade him, but if we do, then we better get a decent enough return. 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, so he can absolutely clog up the lanes. He can play defense. They just gotta maybe need to work with him a little bit, but
Trey Mann.
He can be a good. All the tools are there, is what I'm trying to say. Now, Trey Mann, preseason.
I love this boy, bro. This man is AI Junior. If you watch Trey Mann play, he reminds me of AI because all his moves and his gear AI, real hooper. This kid is crazy good, bro. I love this kid. Like, I wasn't hip to him at first when he came to Charlotte, but after last season, bro, fell in love with the kid. He go crazy.
Season was projected to get about a 3-year, $33 million deal when he hit free agency this summer. He then proceeded to play a total of 13 games last year, and now he's projected to get like a 2-year, $12 to $16 million deal, which if the Hornets can get him, which it's kind of expected that he's back in Charlotte, that would be a steal of a contract. If we can sign him to a 4-year on that average. I mean, he just averaged 14 points a game, 3 boards, and 3 assists on 44% shooting from the field and 40% from 3. He was like our second best player last year when he was playing. He was a stud off the bench, an automatic energy bolt. And once Trey Mann and Grant Williams went down, that's when the team really went to crap because we were still treading water. Even without Brandon Miller for a little bit and without Mark Williams. We were still treading water, and then those two guys went down. Now, I do want us to sign Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 3 years, 40.
Everybody want us to get Nickeil. Nickeil's a real hooper, but I don't know. I really don't know because I don't have a real reason why I don't want Nickeil. It's like he's a hooper, but just something telling me there's better assets out there that we can try to go get. But yeah, Nickeil should be our second option, but I feel like there's other assets we can go get. Like nobody. Let's go get Nickeil. Forget it. Let's go get Nickeil. Nickeil, welcome to the 704. Welcome to Buzz City.
$5 million is kind of the projection for what he would get this summer, and he's going to be a very sought after free agent. So we're going to have to win a little bit of a bidding war. If we need to, we can throw more money at him. But, don't get carried away. He just averaged 9.4 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. 44% from the field.
Yeah, but he was on a team with a good team that run their starters. Like, I'm pretty sure DiVincenzo was off the bench, too. If we get Nickeil and Trey Mann on the same floor, either one of them can take the ball up the court. Both of them a walking bucket either way. He can average 12. He can average 14 with Trey Mann.
38% from 3. That's not crazy, but still, he's one of the better 3-and-D wings on the market. In 82 games played this year.
Oh, he played all 82?
That's something the Hornets don't have. That's availability. So bringing him in would be huge. 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan. He can guard the 1-2 or the 3. And, he was the point of attack defender against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Didn't really work, but he was the point of attack defender against him when Jaden McDaniels was out. I'd also love to see Chris Paul here to mentor LaMelo Ball. That was
No. Chris Paul, stay where you at, bro. We don't want you, bro. I love you, but stay where you at. We do not want you. No, stay.
Hypothetical thrown out, and yes, he'll be 41 years old, but everything he touches when it comes to NBA point guards turns to gold. And imagine this being our bench unit. We would be a competent team if this was our bench unit.
The only way Chris Paul come here,
the backup 5. You can throw Nurkic in there. $2 million. I'd rather get him off the team though with his contract, but CP3 will probably be out ring chasing. He's probably not going to want to sign with us, but if he does, hey, come in, mentor LaMelo, be a good veteran for these guys because that's really what they need. They need a good veteran. All right, it was just a bunch of.
We got Grant Williams. Grant Williams is our best vet.
AAU hoopers in Charlotte for the longest time, and now we have no culture, and that's what we need to reset. With that being said, though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, that was a good video, man. He really broke down how the Hornets may have the perfect offseason, bro. Like, I really feel it. We gotta do the right thing. Tonight's draft night. If we use that 4th pick, we gotta pick up VJ. If we don't use the 4th pick, trade back like 2 positions, maybe 6, 7, 8. Pick up another pick for next year or the year beyond. That doesn't work. Shoot, trade that pick and our 2nd round pick for some assets, bro. Forget it. I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited, bro. I was excited in draft lottery night, but Adam Silver just bent us over and say, "Gotcha." Come on, Adam. Why? Why do that? Why? You don't want to see Cooper Flag in Buzz City? You don't want to see Cooper Flag hooping with LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams? That lineup would have been crazy. But I'm just being delusional. We get VJ. Oh, that's done. If I stay up, I'll record. We'll watch the draft together. If not, I get at y'all with a speech on how I feel at the draft. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all stay up. Hopefully your team drafts somebody good. If not, they got next year. If y'all don't got a pick, y'all straight either way.